Hello, today we're sitting with one of our highly skilled and dedicated employee, Kumail, who's a coveted paralegal working for Pakistan with our top clients in the United States. He's a remote staffer and he's built excellent rapport with his clients. Hi Kumail, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and the work that you do?
Hi, so my name is Kumail. I am a paralegal and case manager here at Remote Scouts. I first became interested in law at a pretty young age. I did an internship in high school at a law firm. And I was really good at it, so I thought, maybe this is something that I can work on and become, an expert. So then I started doing internships throughout university. I got into law school, and from there I started practicing. After law school, I did some practice in landlord and tenant law, and then I was in immigration, some wills and probate, and then after that. Somebody that I'm really close to and who I really look up to told me that if you want to be a great lawyer, do criminal law for at least a year and then do whatever you want. So I said, why not? And then I went into criminal law. I did that for a little more than a year. And then I was looking for a new challenge for myself to grow. And Remote Scouts, this opportunity presented itself. After speaking to the people here, I realized that this was the best choice for me to move forward and grow myself in my career. And that's how I ended up here.
That's quite the portfolio you have there. What can you tell us about your career trajectory and the skills you have acquired along the way?
To be very honest, my specific trajectory has never been quite clear to me. I have goals. I want to have my own law firm or be a partner in one eventually. But I think it's just as important to enjoy the work that you're doing and having a good impact on your workplace. Following from that, I've always felt that if I can become truly great at something, the success will follow. And so, taking all that into consideration, the first skill that I would say is very important that one should learn is adaptability, because life will throw unexpected twists and turns at you and you have to be able to adapt. And secondly, law firms, especially in a US business environment, are very fast-paced, high-stressed, high-reward environments. So you have to be able to manage that stress. So I don't worry too much about where exactly this is going to lead me, just what impact it's having in the present as well.
Impressive, and you've had the privilege of working with the top clients within the US. How do you think your experience of working with clients in the US has expanded your horizons as a professional?
First, being here at Remote Scouts has helped me make connections and relationships that I would never have had the chance to make otherwise. Secondly, I'm learning, a whole new body of law, which helps you become a more complete and well-rounded lawyer, as well as giving me a sense of the US, of the culture of businesses in the United States. Lastly, it's also provided me with some transferable skills that will be useful to me wherever I end up going. So in that way, it's greatly helped expand my horizons as a professional towards things that maybe I would not even have thought of.
It's so interesting to see how you have evolved as a professional. Can you share an example of how you work with clients in the US has enabled you to learn new skills and capabilities?
I'm genuinely learning so much here. Firstly, I'm learning how to manage a law firm. As a case manager, I run the day-to-day business of the firm, and that's invaluable experience. Secondly, I'm learning how to nurture connections online. In this day and age, you don't want to be tied down geographically in terms of opportunities. So that's, also very valuable to me. Lastly, last but not least, one of the skills that I'm particularly enjoying learning at the moment is the art of negotiation. We've had some trainings in the tools and techniques of negotiations, and then we have an open field to practice. So, in this way, it's helped me become a stronger and more capable lawyer and person.
As you know, it's quite important to maintain a good work ethic to further your career. How can you leverage what have you learned in maintaining a good work ethic?
Well, at Remote Scouts, you're mostly left in charge of your own work and organizing yourself, which is a responsibility I don't take lightly. This is something that should be, ingrained into yourself as a person and as a professional. So this is, it's really given me a chance to go out and practice these things and make them part of who I am.
Being able to communicate with such a diverse group must have developed your soft skills. Can you tell us how your communication skills have helped you achieve a positive and rewarding outcome for one of your clients?
Well, there are many examples of this. Communication is very, very important to what we do. We have to communicate with our clients, effectively communicate with our clients, with the other party, insurers, legal counsel. So, much of our work is dependent actually on effective communication. One particular recent incident that I'm very proud of is, or particular case is, there's a case where the other party was not accepting full liability, the other party's insurer. So what that means is our client would get a lesser settlement and potentially have that on their record that this, they were partly at fault for this accident. Now we spoke to them, we had some conversations, and they weren't budging on their liability determination. So I wrote a letter with the help of my seniors at the firm, using everything I had learned about effective communication, and I disputed their liability determination. And the end result of that letter was they actually ended up accepting full liability and paying out their full policy limits to our clients. So which means they paid out everything that they could possibly give. And of course our client was very happy, and so was I.
It's such a pleasure getting to know your journey as a young professional, Kumail. And lastly, we would love to know, how has your experience been working with Remote Scouts, and what can you share with the world about your time here?
Well, it's been a pleasure so far. I have met some great people here, like yourself. Apart from that, the management is professional but friendly. The clients are great in the sense that it's very hard to hand over responsibility and control to someone who's continents away, but the fact that they do that is not only a testament to their character, but also to the excellent reputation of Remote Scouts itself. If I had to sum it up, I would say, the generally happy disposition of the people who work here is a good indication of the merits of the company.
Thank you for sharing your insights with us, Kumail. This has been a stimulating conversation about today's workforce and its changing trends. Looking forward to what you do in the future.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.